What is going on, Gorilla Gang? Welcome to the PNW Gorilla channel. I am your host, PNW Gorilla, and today we're going to be talking solo camping and why you probably shouldn't do it ever. All right, let's get into this. So this is probably the most random piece of advice that you'll get in this video. But if your legs start getting really tired, you can walk backwards. If you're just hiking, you're not worrying about security, you're not worrying about anything, you can use other muscle groups. It's a thing. Trust me, it works. It sounds crazy, but it's a thing. So I don't know if you guys can tell, like, just by looking at this, it's kind of hard to get a grasp of it, but like, this is a really gnarly hill, actually. It's hard to capture it on camera, but like right here is about level. So like she going down, she going up. Little navigation trick for you. You get lost, absolutely no idea where you are. Need a little bit of a point of view, point of reference. Free. All right, so we're about halfway up this this boy. So you don't have to go to the tippy top of the tree. You just have to go far enough that you can get proper intel. So if I was able to, let's say see that ridge line or this ridge line over there at that ridge line and be able to get a map reference, some sort of gauge of where I'm at, that's all the information I need. So if you're surrounded by foliage, you just need to get high enough that you can get those terrain features, get some sort of gauge of where you're at. Simple as. Dies on camera comedically. Oof. What a way to go. Monkey man dies in a tree. Man, that'd be lame. Now this is currently in my chest rig, but I just want to talk to you guys about 3 points of contact. So at all times, no matter what, while I'm moving down this, I have 3 points of contact. So hand, and then I move down. I relocate one of my hands, then I move a foot. I relocate one hand, then the next hand, 2 points of contact with hands, and then I'll move myself down. Falling out of a tree is lame. Don't do it. Be smart. Also, foot placement's huge. You're gonna have your strongest points is gonna be closest to the tree. So this is where you want your feet to be. This is where you want your hands to be. As close to the tree as possible, because this is going to be your strongest point of contact. Simple physics. The farther you go out, better chance you have it's going to break. Weight dispersion and all that jazz. All right, so there's a little trick of the trade for any of you guys who are coming out my lane navigation events. This is a trick. This is a method to the madness. If you are lost, if you're looking at your map and you're like, well, this don't quite make sense, climb a tree. It takes all of about 5 minutes if you do it right? And that's going to be significantly less time wasted than hours and hours of roaming and you have no idea where you are. So you got to think about time consumption, how much daylight you have left, and how many calories you're exhausting. Climbing a tree is going to be a hell of a lot easier than just roaming and hoping the best. All right, so as of right now, I'm running a overnight pack setup. Now, these bags are marketed as 3-day bags. I think that's bullshit. An assault pack is an overnight bag. A rucksack is a 3-day bag. I don't care who made up that system. I'm arguing it. I'm starting my own system. I don't care. An assault pack is an overnight bag. A rucksack is your 3-day bag. And honestly, if you're moving distance, man, I don't want to be out here in more than 3 days. You kidding me? Nah. All you cats that think you're going to bug out and go into the hills. Oh, man. You're going to learn. If you don't do this for fun, if you're not out here and you're learning your terrain, man, you ain't going to make it out here. And you know what? You got the fucking internet, man. No. Dude, I wouldn't want to bug out in the hills. No. Without any supplies, no food resupply, No medical, no housing, no. Miss me with that. That's death. Oh, this hill sucks. Whose idea was this? Who signed me up for this? This is bullshit. We have found snow. Now, this is not gonna be the most quality snow. This has been sitting here for a while. So, water filter, go burr. Trying to do my best to get as clean looking snow as I can. I mean, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Just have cold water and I'm perfectly okay with this. But once I get to location, I'll just put this in the sun and this will melt. If anything, I could hang it from my pack and it would melt too, and I'd have water in, you know, half hour. I hear a creek up ahead, so it doesn't matter. I'm getting more water, but I still want to let you guys know all the same. Glory, hallelujah, we found H2O. Always try and find moving water where you can. So since I'm gonna have a better shot of getting, you know, it goes through that metal. That's a metal pipe. Who gives a fuck? I'm getting water right there though. Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect. And then he comedically falls on camera. Oh man, little ice water start the day. Let's go. Oh, that's crisp. All right, so I forgot to record it, but I just marked this location of a water point. So no matter how far I go, I know that if I want to come back to this location, I have running water. Marking it down, writing down a grid. It's always good to keep notes because you're human, you're fallible, you forget things, it happens. All right, future reference. If you're gonna have a drone in your backpack, make sure it's in a hard case. Soft cases are a no-go. This is annoying. I hate wearing it on the outside like a satchel because it gets in the fucking way. So, I don't know, maybe I need to get a smaller drone. Probably, I should probably get a smaller drone. All right, now my map shows that there's a clearing that way, but I don't feel like trudging through that snow without there being a clearing, so reconnaissance go burr. Woo. All right, so with a couple minute flight, I found out that that is absolutely not the way I wanted to go, and this is the way I wanted to go. Drones are very useful. I know I just said trees are useful, but drones are also very useful. It's one of those things of like, you know, tools in the toolbox kind of thing. You know, you have different tools for different situations, so on and so forth. Or if you don't have a drone, you don't want to use a drone, trees are awesome, but drones are pretty trick. So I'm currently testing out the Halo Optics XLR 1600-20. And I'm actually really enjoying this. Even as a standalone monocular, this isn't bad. It kind of has like a tint of like everything's like a T-Rex arms filter though. So that's sort of annoying. And if you don't understand that reference, it means that like everything's like blue. Like, it's just got like this weird like blue tint to like everything for like no fucking reason. But I do like it. I'm enjoying it so far. Like literally no complaints. Pretty cool. Look at that view. That's cool. Now, as much as I absolutely loathe vlogging, and I do, like, That drives me absolutely fucking insane. I can't stand seeing that shit, especially since it all goes to, you know, a certain place, or at least a lot of it's going to a certain place. But it allows me logging roads to get up here, so it's kind of nice. Not gonna lie, it's kind of nice. God, that's just wow. Another little piece of advice before you step off: every time you stop, take a look around. Make sure you didn't leave anything. It sounds stupid that I even have to say this, but I've done it too, guys. I've left shit places in the most obvious, like just out in the open. So make sure that you're taking a gander around, doing a police call, as the kids say. Well, as I am wearing summer boots, this might be as far as we're going. Oop. Wasn't prepared. El Gorilla wasn't prepared. I really don't feel like having wet feet. I just don't. Just not in the mood. So this is something that doesn't really get talked about very much, is trying to skirt a road isn't fun. It's not enjoyable. It's not easy. You know, people are like, oh, just don't use the road. Why are you using the road? You're gonna get caught on the road. Bro, have you tried not using the road? I mean, this is what our ancestors are doing. And this sucks. This sucks ass. Breaking brush. I don't know why. I don't know how or why people think this is easy. It doesn't make sense to me. I do this weekly, sometimes multiple times a week. And it's like, people are just like, oh, don't use the road. You're gonna get spotted on the road. Yeah, have fun not using the road, champ. This is butthole. Okay, now I wanna mention, I would not do what I'm about to do unless I knew that I was going home tonight, which I'm going home tonight. This is not an overnight. So now I have everything with me if I had to stay overnight, and I'd be fine. I have 3 changes of socks. I have my bivy. I'll get into that later in the video, but I have everything that I need on me right now. But I'm just letting you guys know that if I was doing a multi-day, I would have brought waterproof boots. But anyway, if I was doing a multi-day, I would not be getting my feet wet right now, but I'm wasting too much time and I'm wasting too much calories breaking brush. So I'm just saying, screw it, and I'm getting back on the road. Goodbye, dry socks. Goodbye, dry feet. Goodbye, being comfy wumpy. We're in the thick of it now, boys. Put me in, coach. Holy shit, bud. All right, so I would like to once again say that snowshoes are awesome and boot gaiters are awesome, and this is lame and gay. Oh man, this is gonna suck. The things I do for YouTube, man. Oh, this is so stupid. 5 hours ago, Alex, while packing, oh, I don't need snowshoes, I'll be fine. I'm not going that high up, I'll be fine. I remember a past version of me that had dry socks. That view though. Ooh wee. We up here, boyo. We up here. All right, what is going on, Gorilla Gang? Right, so like I said, we're discussing solo camping and why you probably shouldn't do it. Now, mind you, I started solo camping in, well, hell, you know what? Let's give a little backstory on me. I've been living out in the mountains since I was a kid. I grew up on 60 acres backed up to national land. So nature's what I've known growing up. I've been outside with a single shot 22 since as long as I can remember. I think my grandfather gave me a single shot 22 when I was like 10. and I've just been outside planking and eating squirrels and whatnot and what have you. I joined the Army, gained some actual useful, tangible skills from them, and then I got out and now I'm training civilians, and now I'm helping you guys on YouTube. Let's get into the topic of solo camping and some tips and tricks and maybe why you just shouldn't do it all together. I have now, at least that I can remember, mind you, I have been knocked unconscious once while solo camping, and I did not have, no one had my location, no one knew where I was. I was walking along a down log that was about 15 feet off the ground, and made one wrong placement, one wrong footstep, and I fell and out. I came to, I have no idea. I have no frame reference of time there of how long I was out, because I wasn't like checking my phone of what time it was when I passed out. But I came to and I was just like, wow, okay, that was an experience. But if I wouldn't have came to right then, or if I woke up 12 hours later, or an animal came up to me and I'm like, oh hey, free meal. Being by yourself is unbelievably dangerous. Now, I firmly believe that every man should have the ability to be by himself. Every man should have the skills to be by himself, yes, but you need a level of proficiency before you go and take on that that task, that role, right? So, and then not only that, a lot of guys that ask me about solo camping or curious about solo camping, my question to you is, do you have the proper equipment for your environment? That is going to be another huge one. You have to sleep eventually. What method of sleeping are you going to go for? Because if you think about it, no matter if you're in a tree, no matter if you're in a hammock, no matter if you're on the ground, this is animals' natural environment. Now, at least in Washington State, this time of year, my only real concern is mountain lions or cougars. It's really my only issue right now, and they're usually pretty skittish. The only time that you're really gonna get in trouble with one of those is if you get in between them and their cubs. Not somewhere you want to be. Now, black bears are also out in our area, but once again, very skittish, and they're not out here about this time. Usually black bears really don't start moseying on out until the snow's about melted off. But those are going to be your two larger ones that you're considering. And if you're sleeping, realistically speaking, unless an animal is desperate, they're gonna stay the hell away from you. You smell weird. You look funny. They want nothing to do with you. They're like, oh man, that's got so many microplastic and chemicals in that. No, I'm on a diet. So that's not my biggest concern with animals. It is a concern, sure, but that's not my biggest concern. My issue with solo camping, my number one gripe, right, of my concern is me getting hurt, is me getting injured, and no one is going to be able to carry me out. It's me. If I have two legs, if one of these breaks, if I sprain one ankle good enough, if I do something to either one of these legs, that mile walk that got me in here, now mind you, that mile walk was like, but that mile walk that got me in here, that's going to be a hell of a lot longer out. I promise you that. If no one's ever actually dragged their own body for distance, I would like to let you know that it's not easy and it's not fun, especially if you have to consider snow. If you have to drag your body through snow, I'm just going to be real with you, bud. I don't know how long you're going to last. I'm just going to be honest with you. Now, once again, if I had to drag myself out, now I have to start taking into consideration, do I think I can get back to my mode of transportation with my backpack or by myself? Can I get back there slick? Is the spot that I'm going to, does it have cell phone service? So once I got up here, because I've been out in this area before. I've never been here before, but I've been out in this area before. And I know that usually if I get within like a view of now you guys can't see it, but that adjacent town, like way the hell off down in there, if I get in view of that, usually I'll have cell phone service in these mountains. And then I can send my friends, and then I can send my wife what my exact grid is. Now, my wife already had the grid to where I was going to park my car. That was already pre-established. I wasn't sure where I was going to wind up. Now, for this, sat phones, those are huge, but let's be real. If you're watching my channel, it's probably not because you have a chunk of change for a sat phone. I'm just going to be honest with you. Sat phones are a good one, but you probably don't have one. Let's just be real. So, what do you guys want to do? What's your goals, right? How far are you trying to go? And do you think that you could drag yourself out from wherever that is? Not only that is, and let's go back into the gear. So, in this assault pack right here, and that's right, I said assault pack. It's not a ruck. It's not a ruck. It's not a ruck. In this assault pack right here, this is what I'm going to be selling on my website come soon. I've been testing this. Just took this to Texas with me. Had it out all day today, and I'm really enjoying this so far. So this pack is going to come with a wool sleeping bag, a poncho liner, and then a bivy cover, and then the bag that you see right here. So with this pack and those items, I can sleep just about anywhere. I mean, literally, with a wool sleeping bag, a bivy and a poncho, and then a waffle top and bottom, I can sleep anywhere. So, and that's another thing. A lot of cell phones, if they're not dead, they can still send SOS sometimes. Not only that, if you do have a drone, right? Like, so I have a drone with me right now. We're talking solo camping. If, like, worst case scenario, and you guys do happen to have a drone with you, I would say, probably buy a smaller one. This is the Mavic Air 2S. It's not terrible, but it's not the best thing ever. What I have heard a guy do to get rescued is he sent a text on his phone, and then he sent the drone just straight up with his cell phone duct taped to the drone. So the cell phone was able to send out where he was and that he was injured and he was hurt and please come send help. And that guy was found within 24 hours. So that is incredible. But once again, if you guys are watching my channel, you probably don't have a ton of money. You're probably not, investing in a shit ton of drones. You might be, but I don't know. The biggest thing when it comes to solo camping, the number one tip that I can give is that you guys want to be smart and it needs to be controlled. You want to do your map reconnaissance. You want to have a destination in mind. So send up to one of your loved ones of, hey, this is the grid destination of where I'm planning on going. This is the grid of where I'm planning on parking. That way they know roughly where you should be. So 24 hours goes by, you are now a missing person, and people know where you're going to be. Really important. Can't stress that enough. Oh, you know what? Let's talk gear a little bit. So this is the Wendigo Works placard. So this is for another video, don't worry, but I'm unironically really enjoying this as like a camping and kind of like hiking rig. Now, this isn't tactical, not by any stretch of the imagination. I wouldn't use this in a tactical situation, but for just camping, for just hiking, dude, this thing's awesome. Not only that, check this out. So, oh no! Did I just break it? Oh, I didn't break it, okay. Little end piece came off. I was sad for a second. I was big sad for a second. So the back of it is like this like webbing material, which breathes just really well and it's really comfortable. Not only that, but something that I've complained about chest rigs in the past is that when you're wearing a ruck, a lot of the straps will wind up getting really uncomfortable. And this one, because it's just like this large mesh netting, it's super comfortable. So I'm really enjoying this so far. It's pretty trick, I'm not gonna lie. And then it has, oh, you know what? I'm actually, since we're sitting, I'll put on a waffle, boss. I'm cold. Oh, that means I gotta take this off. But yeah, so because this has like these 4 cells in the inside of this pouch, I am able to very easily run two 20-round mags and then a multi-tool just shoved in between them. So I have two 20-round mags and then two 60-round mags, which, like, for just camping and hiking, I mean, like, and then, you know, a handgun, but, like, for just camping and hiking, do you really need more? Like, if God forbid, I need more than 120 rounds plus a handgun while hiking, bro, if there's a situation where you need that much ammo while just hiking, woof, man, that's a bad day. That's a bad day. Oh, these beanies are also on the website now too. They're made with a synthetic material, so it's not actually wool. But I know I'm selling it. Well, no, I sold both, so I'm allowed to have an opinion because I sold both. I actually like these more than the wool beanies, and I'm no longer selling the wool beanies because the wool beanies, they didn't breathe as well. This one I've found just breathes really well, and I can sell them for $5. So the fact that I'm able to sell these for only $5 instead of 20, you know, I mean, like, yeah, I'm gonna start stocking these because I'd rather be able to save you guys money. You know what? I'm gonna rock without the placard for a little bit. Oh, and this is from Pageosity. She's awesome. Go follow her. But yeah, so the biggest gripe that I would have is literally just being safe about it, right? That is the main thing. Okay, so let's get into security measures while sleeping. Now, you guys do have quite a few methods. You guys have quite a few methods, and you could range it up to like extravagant, and you could just go with something simple and like white trash, right? I mean, since the dawn of time, cowboys were doing this, where they would just hang beer bottles on a fish net, so if anyone ever walks by, it makes them all jingle, right? You could do that with beer cans. Fill all the beer cans with like bells. You could go out and you could buy bulk bells from Amazon. Bring those with you. You could go to the dollar store. There is those little mini. They're like self-defense things for women, and then they're also for doors, where it has like the sticky on both sides, and as soon as the magnet separates, it makes that really, really loud whining noise. Those are fantastic for perimeter security if you're solo camping, because that's going to wake you up. Realistically speaking, you should, if you're out here, if you're a heavy sleeper, don't solo camp. Do not solo camp. You need to be a light sleeper. You need to be waking up if anything's rustling wrong or if anything's incorrect. Now, like I was saying earlier, I haven't had like direct run-ins with animals, right? But I have had tracks very, very close to me while I was sleeping, right? Like, I was like, well, that wasn't there in the morning, and it sure is now. But so far, I have not had any issues running into to animals out here in the hills. So that is good. But perimeter security is going to be a big one. Now, you guys also could do what I've seen some people do is they'll run the fishing line to like firecrackers. You could run fishing line with matches, and that sets off mortars if you want to be really fancy. Another thing that I like, and I didn't bring it with me, I meant to. Huck and I were just talking about it, but there's those little 12 gauge tripwire alarms. And so they're meant for 12 gauge blanks, and they're meant, and then I bought a plug for it, and it runs 22 blanks. Now it will only run blanks. We've already tried live rounds. It does nothing, so don't even bother. But with that, you need to, and here's another thing. I do not recommend leaving lethal traps at all. I do not recommend lethal traps. Like, if you want to do lethal traps, have at it. I would never, because I would worry that I would forget that was there, and then I run into my own trap. So I don't do lethal traps. Lethal traps are very illegal. So we'll get in. Well, just getting out of that that note. But yeah, those security alarms, those absolutely work. And if you take a live 12 gauge round and you just buy birdshot from like Walmart, right, and you just take out the BBs, that explosive, it's still going to make a loud enough noise that will wake you up. We have used that for early detection before. We've come out here and we've used those on like hide and go seek and whatnot, and we'll play airsoft force on force and we'll use those. They absolutely work. So recommend those. I will put a link specifically for those because you can buy them on Amazon, and I do firmly believe that, like, yes. Also, with the prevalence of drones becoming, just more and more and more of a concern, I think that in the upcoming years, we're going to start seeing a lot more guys running 12 gauges. So a lot more dudes are going to have 12 gauge on them anyway. So having a 12 gauge tripwire, not a terrible thing. Did I turn off? Okay, I did. So yeah, that's my biggest thing. And yeah, sure, I could get into just some silly minutia, right? And I could show you guys all kinds of examples and whatnot of all the people that have gone missing and never found of again and whatnot. And Wendigoon's covered quite a few of that. And there's that creepy page on Twitter, and they share people going missing all the time. It happens, dude. Like weird things happen out in the mountains. Plain and simple. Strange things happen in these hills. I would say that the Appalachia, I would say that those mountains probably have a lot more strange things going on than the Pacific Northwest, but still, weird things happen in the hills, man. So, like, solo camping, solo hiking, especially, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, especially if you're a woman. Why on earth? Especially if you're a woman and you're unarmed. What are you doing, hun? One crackhead is up here and he's like, well, she's by herself. What are you gonna do about it? You're unarmed and you're alone. What? Honey, like, I'm a man and I have 2 firearms on me and a fixed blade knife because I don't trust anyone. Why do you have so much trust that you're out here alone? The amount of women that I see on hiking trails in Washington State by themselves is astonishing. Girl, what is you doing? No, do not do that. Please don't do that. Even man or woman. I mean, especially woman, but man or woman, don't go out in the hills unarmed. Like, no, just absolutely not. So I guess that's the next thing of bring a firearm. And if you're in an area that has larger animals, like if you're legitimately concerned with, like, brown bear, and if you're legitimately concerned with other predators that my dumb monkey brain can't think of right now, a 9mm probably gonna piss them off, bro. You want 357, you want 10mm, you want something that's gonna give some oomph, right? If you're getting attacked by a large animal, yeah, you need to pack a punch. LOL, Call of Duty. No, you need to pack a punch. 9mm ain't gonna do it. And if you've ever been elk hunting, I can firmly tell. I mean, not that I'm saying like you're gonna get attacked by an elk, but I have, using plus Ps, I have dumped a mag into an elk's head, and it did nothing because their skulls are so thick. Absolutely nothing. And it was like, it took one guy, because I was ahead of the guys that we were hunting with, and like this elk just would not die, and I just felt awful, and I just wanted to put it out of its misery. Back of the head. Now we know. I didn't know at the time. This was years and years and years ago. I didn't know at the time. Now I know. But back of the head. Or, larger caliber. 9mm, you're just going to piss them off. But yeah, you know what? That's about everything that I can think of, really. Like, beyond like going into like too far of a rant where I'm just, saying random things that have nothing to do with this video, which if you follow my channel, you know that I do that. It happens. I'm sorry. As far as packing list goes for overnight, you know what? let's get into it. Let's get into it. Why not? We're here. All right. Section 3, packing list. So, we have our canteen and canteen cup. We have our water filter. I have food for 2 days. I didn't bring food for 3 days, but I have fasted for longer than that, so like, whatever. I have my wool sleeping bag, as already described. You guys already know the things I already talked about, so I'm not going to go over it. Let's see. I also have emergency blankets in here. I have 2 emergency blankets because, as we have said, I don't know how many times, things happen. Things happen. Things happen. I have my sewing kit on odggllc.com. I have my GPS unit, so let's see, I have my land nav stuff in here. I have my land nav on ODGG. I have the rangefinder that I'm testing out. I have my trusty copy of Shrek. Never go anywhere without it. We'd be so Shrek'd without it. All right, I have an entire bag of ducks. I'm not really entirely sure why I packed an entire bag of ducks, but I have them, so you know that's useful. I don't know either. Okay, I have my EDC med kit. I have 2 tourniquets on me. I do not have more than that because if I'm by myself and I need more than 2 tourniquets, I'm probably not gonna make it. Headlamp. This is the Princeton Tech Remix. Highly recommend this. And I have some stick. I know this isn't like the good one, but I bought like an extra one because I blah 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 blah. And then my wallet. So the only thing right now that I am missing, and I already just shit myself, and that was fun. I forgot wipes, but you know, nature provides. So that is one thing that I did forget was wipes, but you know, oh well. So I have, oh, just kidding. I have more things over here. We have more goodies. Oh, look, my fuel feet. Oh, it was okay, that makes sense. I also have the Industrial Society and its future because felt like doing some light reading after this video, which I realized, yes, I realized the hilarity. And then I have 1,000 feet of 550 cord. I would like to let you know, I wouldn't normally bring 1,000 feet of 550 cord. I had a plan for this. It didn't work out, so now I just have a 5,000 feet of 550 cord with me. And then I also have my Schmag, which was available on ODGG, but you guys bought them all. And then I have a really, why did I bring the box? I don't know why I brought the box. A really cool tool for bushcrafting. This is called an auger. So what this allows you to do is you can take, if you find a branch that will fit right in here, and then you can drill in your own holes, and this allows you to do so many useful things when bushcrafting. You can start building furniture, you can start building ladders. There is so much that you can do with this that, I mean, like, building structures, when you have this, you can start to get fancy with it. So augers are definitely useful. I wouldn't recommend them for like every person on your team if you guys are bushcrafting, but you know, they are absolutely useful. Once again, I have no idea why I brought the box, but I have it now, I guess. Hey, my water's melted. Oh, just kidding. I thought. You thought! Oh, wait. Did it disconnect? Maybe it disconnected. It might have disconnected. No. Oh. Ah! So ogre. You know what? Here. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take... Oh, that was not a lot of water at all. Alright, I'm gonna take a little bit of this water that's boiling. I'm gonna add it to this water. Get this to melt. Alright. Now, this hot water should melt this snow. But it'll still be nice and ice cold. Oh, it's gonna be a nice drink. Oh, it's so crisp. Oh, it's good. Oh, you know what? Something else that I didn't bring that I usually do. I normally bring 2 fuel canisters because being out in the mountains and like having the only resource of food being these meals, and you only have 1 fuel can and one of them runs out and you're by yourself, you know, like, have fun eating this dry, bro. Oof. Oh, I also had a protein bar and then some trail mix, which, you know, just small lickies and chewies, no big deal. Oh, pocket stuff. I never go anywhere without electrical tape, dump pouch, another tourniquet in the pocket, and that's about it. Oh, you know what? Another thing. I would normally have. So let's see. What I would add to this: a poncho or tarp. Probably a couple more pairs of socks. I only have like 3 pairs of socks, and then that was at the bottom. That's at the bottom of the bivvy cover. And then my boot gaiters. I also didn't bring those. Wish I would have had those for the snow, but you know, it sucks to suck. Snowshoes wouldn't have been terrible because I could have gone way farther. I was thinking that maybe the snow would have been melted off in this area by now, and it's just not. But yeah, that's pretty much that's all I have, and you know, just a couple of extra things that, you know, I wish that I had. End of the day, you know, be fine. It'd be fine. Oh no, did you guys see where I put the spoon? Crap. I don't know how many times I've eaten with my knife because I always misplace my spoon. I think I put it back in the bag? I did not. Guess I'll die. I'll find it. Ugh. Anyway, that's about all I have for you guys. You know what? I'm actually gonna melt some more snow. A little bit extra water for the walk back. Why not? But like I was saying, that's about all I have for you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting lately as I've been growing. It's been. Oh, let's see. I'm still recording. Okay. I really appreciate the support that I've been getting from you guys, especially on Twitter, Telegram, just the comments in general. I mean, sure, there's backlash here and there. There's always going to be haters, you know, par for the course is what it is. But the overall, like, feedback from you guys has just been incredible. So, you know what I mean? Like, and the company as well, dude. And I feel like I'm saying this every damn video. I feel like I'm saying this every video. But I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support. If once again, if you like what I'm doing, you know, I sell things and stuff. And we're gonna make it. Life is good. Life is good. But if you guys have any questions, if there's more content in this kind of realm that you'd like to see, that you'd like to know more of, if there is, you know, anything that you guys don't like or you disagree with that I said, you know, by all means, please ask questions. Let me know. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. So, Rifle and Mountain, Ape Together Strong. We are absolutely gonna make it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I promised the wife I'd be home tonight, or I would stay and watch the sunset, because that's, Lord. Videos can't describe how gorgeous that is. It's just like this wonderful tint of pink, and my phone can't even come close to capturing it. That's, wow. Oh, hey, another tip. If you can stay out of the snow, do that, because even, I mean, an experienced tracker is going to be able to track you no matter what, but a non-experienced tracker can track that. So, just something to think about.
Much like ogres have layers, so must your clothing.
while you are training out in the mountains, hiking, what have you, you need to be using layering to the best of your ability. So with this, I mean that you want to have multiple light layers that you can easily remove while you are moving or stop really fast and take off. You want to have numerous layers as you stop and you're starting to go again and what have yous and whatnot. With that, and this is a mistake that I've made again and again and again, and I'm probably going to continue making this mistake because, you know, we're all learning here, but you want to start out cold, right? I, this time around, did not start out cold. Before I left out up there, I was getting a little snivelly, right? And I'm still wearing my waffles, and now I'm sweating my balls off. Now, if I wasn't going back to my vehicle, let's say that maybe I was going to an OP, maybe I was in placing, and I was going to stay there overnight, well, that sweat is then going to start get cold and then potentially freeze. And then once you have wind mixed in, well, now you're wet and it's windy and your core temperature is going to dramatically drop and you might go hypothermic and die. So because of this, you want to have multiple layers, spare layers in your pack as well, and you want to start out cold. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Update. My car keys are not in the pocket that I put them in. I might have put it in my bag, but I don't think I did. So this evening's about to get a whole lot more interesting. All right, and this is why we bring headlamps and we prepare to stay later than we anticipated. So looking like I might be doing an overnight after all. Good thing I was prepared. Oh my God. All right, so I stashed all of my kit in the tree line. Took my rifle, one mag, TQ, water with filter, and cell phone. And we are headed back in. I have a couple ideas where I think my keys would be. I don't know how my pocket got open or why I allowed that, but usually I put it in my zipper cargo pocket. I have a couple ideas where it's at, so I guess we'll see. This is why we train. Ooh, not even getting shot at. Too easy, bud. Do you remember how earlier in the video I said when you leave your area to do a police call, make sure you have everything? Another little piece of advice before you step off. Every time you stop, take a look around, make sure you didn't leave anything. And then I have to keep relearning that lesson. Do you remember when I said that? Yeah, this is that. This is why that. So we're all learning lessons together. Now you guys get to learn with me. See, you think that the slogan of professional retard is a joke. It's not. I'm a fucking idiot. Do you also remember when I said that it wouldn't matter that I got my socks and boots wet because I was going home tonight? Do you remember when I said that? Because I remember when I said that. All right. So I've two statements to make. One, it is incredible. I mean, utterly incredible how much faster you can move with only ammunition and water. It is ridiculous. If you don't have to have sleeping equipment, the speed difference, night and day. Dude, like guerrilla fighters, holy hell, man. If you don't have armor, if you don't have anything really holding you down, straight just cardio, gun, ammo, water, go. Holy fuck, dude. The comparison of how much faster that whole movement was, absolutely ridiculous. Second point, solo camping, back on topic. When you're by yourself and you're out here in these woods, start playing tricks on you. Start thinking you're hearing shit. Start thinking something's behind you. your mind starts fucking with you. Quite literally the unknown. That's it. And you can say fear of the unknown, sure. But it's not, if I knew something was out there, that'd be different than I don't know what's out there. Check this. It took less time for me to get up that mountain with no kit than it did to get down the mountain with kit. How much faster you can move when you're light. That's wild. I mean, it's not like I don't already know this, but still, it's just wild. I have my keys and I'm going home. As punishment, I'm running back to my car. I earned this. I did this myself. No one's here to smoke me, so I'm just gonna smoke myself. Just make fun of me in the comments. It's silly oopsie whoopsie. Just not gonna make it. Not gonna make it, guys. It's so ogre. So ogre. Oh, we're so Shrek. You can't ride my little red wagon. You can't ride my little red wagon. Wheels are broken in the axle drag. Wheels are broken in the axle drag. Third verse, same as the first. A whole lot louder and a whole lot worse. Whole lot louder and a whole lot worse. I don't know why that was Mickey. I said, you can't ride in my little red wagon. You can't ride in my little red wagon. Wheels are broken and the axle's dragging. Wheels are broken and the axle's dragging. I said, you can't ride in my little red wagon. You can't ride in my little red wagon. Wheels are broken and the axle's dragging. Woo! Life is good. So here's a question for you. Now, how many of you have ever pushed yourselves past exhaustion? How many of you have ever pushed yourselves to a point where you want to stop? You don't want to keep going. When was the last time that, you did an entire hike twice? I'm not saying that, this is like a, ooh, look at me. I'm just saying the fact that I can do it, right? So, and this isn't, you shouldn't compare yourself to me. Compare yourself to your past self, right? Are you the best version of yourself? Can you even run a fucking mile? Downhill at that. I mean, I'm sweating, sure, but bro, I'm in an airborne shuffle downhill. Could you even do this? And I'm not even trying to be a dick. It's just a legitimate fucking question. Can you run a mile? What, you think shit hits the fan's gonna be easy? Or you think I wanted to go back up that mountain and grab my keys? You think I wanted to? I'm bro, I want to be home. My adventure was done, right? But shit hits the fan, there is no going home. Or there might not be. War, right? End of the world. Where's your morale gonna come from? If you've never put yourself through shit, if you've never put yourself through hard times, what are you gonna do when hard times actually approach, right? It's they say the reason that babies cry so much is that, everything they're feeling is the most painful thing they've ever felt to date. Just air touching their skin is, and it's kind of fucked up to think about it, but every single slight discomfort that you feel as an infant, the slightest discomfort, just hunger, literally just hunger for a couple of seconds, that is the most painful thing that they've ever endured to date, right? And the more that you put yourself through life, kids fall, they scrape, they break their leg, they get cuts and gashes, and you get used to it, and you're oh man, well, I've been through that, I remember when I broke my leg, this wasn't that as bad as that. And, oh man, I remember that one hike, oh god, that was bad. And it's and you can keep, oh well, this isn't as bad as that one time. Oh, this isn't as bad as that one time. Oh, this isn't as bad as that one time. And people hate on us LARPing, but the fact is that we're conditioning ourselves to a point that modern men, they don't even know anymore. You know, I mean, warriors in you know, throughout all of human history, they used to be gardeners. They used to be farmers. You know, they worked the land and they also protected their land. But they were hard men. They were strong men. And they put themselves through conditioning, training, fighting. And what do we do these days? Oh, we sit on our ass, play video games. You know, like, when was the last time you did anything fucking challenging? When was the last time you pushed yourself? I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I love comfort too, but this makes the comfort worth it. This makes it so I feel like I've earned, and I feel like I've, I don't know, yeah, I guess just I've earned the comfort. Yeah, that's sorry, man, I'm pretty tired, I ain't gonna lie. But, you know, that's another thing. Like, you know, when was the last time you went on a run and you just like, oh, I didn't have a full night's rest. Oh, I'm not fully hydrated. Oh, I'm not at peak. And you're like, oh, I'm like, and I'm not saying do all this all the time. Absolutely moderation, like no shit. But like, just in general. When was the last time you did something challenging? When was the last time you pushed yourself? When was the last time you did something to the point that you wanted to quit and didn't? You know, that is what makes us strong. That is what is going to ensure that we make it. And 3, 2, 1, car. Holy fuck. All right, boys. This has been my TED Talk. I'm going home to cuddle my wife. And I think I'm going to have a cheeseburger. No one can stop me. All right. So you thought the last intro or the outro was the outro. This is the outro. Hold on, just so everyone can hear it. Just hold on. I'm excited. I'm excited for it too. Wait. Oh, unlocked car. All right. Oh, I have Crocs in here, don't I? Oh, past Alex. Let's go. I have Crocs. Oh, yes. Oh my God, Crocs. Oh, inshallah. All right, guys. Peace. I'm gonna start making my my lunch now. I'm gonna keep talking to you guys. Don't worry. You're still important to me. Don't worry. You know. So here's a little trick, and I guess this could technically be in the solo camping realm. So what I like to do, if I'm packing this with snow, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack it down really, 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 really hard, and then I'm going to create a singular opening in the middle. What this is going to do is this is going to allow oxygen to get in there, and then all that water is going to start to pool in the center, and that's going to help melt everything else. Not only that, and I bring them every time and I lose them, which is comical because I sell them and I lose it like every single time. I sell fuel feet. I try to use them when I can find them. I know I packed it. It's in here, but I'm stubborn. So fuel feet for the bottom canister of them, for the bottom of the canisters, I sell them. They're like 99 cents. They're 3D printed. It's just so that you can get your can off of the ground. Do not put these on the snow. You're going to get significantly less output from these little jet boils because these things do not like the cold at all. Man, I wish I was on a live stream. I could ask you guys what I'm feeling for lunch. What do I want? Do I want fettuccine Alfredo chicken Mountain House, or do I want chicken teriyaki and rice peak fuel? Now this has double the protein of this one, but I know that this one slaps, and I'm not super duper hungry, so I think I'm gonna go with the Mountain House. Now I will say, in like the reference to like these meals, right? I would say for the weight, they're so worth it, and having a warm meal when you're out here, when you're training, when you're camping, when you're hiking, when you're out here, sucking, right? A warm, good meal Oh man, dude, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. That's another thing. The amount of people that don't understand how important morale is. Morale is huge. Got me a little energy drink. This is one of the dollar store ones, the Green Dragon. It's like $1.19. Let's put that in the snow and get it all nice and cooled off. Not like it's not cold enough while we're out here. Also, if you guys would like to find this location, if you guys want to come out here and check out this view, it's only a mile walk in. I don't remember the elevation exactly of where I parked my car, so sorry, I'm the asshole. Once my GPS gets you guys an exact grid though, I have challenge coins and then I have stickers and duckies and whatnot. I have enough for 10 people. So if you guys, oh, look at that, already working. Love it. Yes, if you guys are in the Pacific Northwest and you want to come check out this view, I will have some goodies available for you once this grid pops up. Nope. This is the good they don't want you eating. That's the I'm kidding. Excited. I'm glad I went with this one. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, so we are at 4,150 feet of elevation. Prepare to copy. So your grid is 10 Tango, Echo Sierra, 7 2 7 3 6 7 2 0 1 5er. All right, and if you guys want to, come up and get some goodies, they will be here. I'll hide them under that stump right there. They're under a stump. I'll include a picture. Also, utensils. Utensils are so nice. So I'm now selling these little Miltech kits. It comes with a knife, a fork, and a spoon. I just pack out the spoon because I'm gonna be honest. I never use the knife and the fork. I just don't use it. Now for like fun camping, I guess. Yeah, sure, whatever. But I just don't use it. So spoon, folding spoon. Yeah, these are available on the website now. Anyway, let's get back into it. So